to be honest with you, I'm a medical doctor, and most of my colleagues in Nigeria, they want to be in the US, they want to be in Canada, I'm not going anywhere. I've been to UK. I've traveled. In fact, Kenya is better than so many of all those places. You just go, even Canada. Kenya, Nairobi has even a very wonderful weather, and it's very sweet. US, the same thing. So Nigeria is good, and you can live in a very wonderful place in Nigeria.
Wendy FUDC, thank you so much. Sorry, make a hail person will buy my gift. Wendy UDC. Wendy 1. Wendy O'Shea, that thing where you buy me, that thing fine, go. Hey, I never see, since I don't do work, I never see that kind of
thing. Where you did?
Wendy UGC, TikTok, O'Shea.
Where are you, sir?
So, I'm
Brother,
in Abuja currently. I'm in Abuja currently, and I'm working with international NGOs, right? So, I've traveled around all those locations. I've worked with IRC New York. I work with Doctors Without Borders, Spain and Holland. And I can tell you that most of my colleagues that want to travel abroad to go and work in someone's village in Canada, like my colleague that works with USAID, United States Agency for International Development. She's from America. And she's telling me that most of my African colleagues are working in their community, in their village. And people, when they come to their village, they'll start, once you are a black man, they know that you are going to be posted to their village as a black doctor, and that's where you work. So you know, most of them want to work in the villages, local places where they can earn money and make ends meet. So the truth is that Nigeria, like Daddy Free said, honestly speaking, if you have your money, you may not want to leave this country.
If you have a good job, you don't even need to have the money. If you have a good job and you're satisfied, you don't even need to leave Nigeria. Like, I've been in Canada for close to 10 years, if not more than. And I tell you, like Daddy Face said, I've poor people, they come here, if people, they hustle. And the unfortunate thing is they don't want to say the truth. Everybody just want to make it look cool because they don't want to seem like they've made a big mistake by coming here. So they just try to make every other person think that it's rosy on this side of the world. It's nothing here. I have a good job, a professional job. I work as an IT professional, but trust me, that people who they suffer from Nigeria, they call you can't stay. People
bros, where they talk. I don't see your face. Sorry, no, guys. I'm not seeing your face.
Boy, too fresh with pink cap and pink lips.
I just made it. Wait, bro. I know they see you. Now only 3 people are see here, but I want to ask one question. I asked Daddy Freeze. He said nobody they come here for holiday. Or anybody will come here, they suffer. I still say I know a politician after his tenure, he came here, brought a property, relocated his family to Alberta. Will you say na poverty make that person do him?
You said a local government chairman. How much is it worth? What's his political value in Nigeria? If family come out because they try to establish them. I'm telling you, my parents are not suffering.
A local government chairman that probably did not go to school. A local government chairman that will just go and do follow and become one local government chairman. I mean, when you're talking about politicians, leave local government chairman out first.
Sorry, bro.
See, let me say something. I did Toronto. I've been in the government.
I'm not supposed to talk.
So I know what a local government chairman fit do. Especially if he did the good book of the governor.
From what state though?
Listen,
because I don't want to mention
state. No, I'm saying it depends on state too. How you make your money as a local government chairman depends on the state too that you're serving, right?
In state allocation,
you cannot be Edo as a local government chairman and compare yourself to a local government chairman in the other states.
That's why I say in state they all right.
So why encourage a family come here, come buy a house, come keep them? And which kind of house you buy? When you say you buy a house, you buy an apartment. I still where they are better, a drug-infected community where I would not even stay for $500 million paycheck. I would not live in Alberta for one day. I would not have been there. I spent 2 weeks there. I would never live there for 1 minute. I won't. It will be the last place I will live with my kids.
Hey,
have you been there? Have you been there? Where did they teach me to put that for route?
You say if I've been there, I've been to Calgary. Hold on, I want to say something. Daddy Freeze, let me tell you one thing. My own opinion.
Okay.
If you stay in one environment for too long, it get to a certain stage, you get so boring on that environment. You get tired of it at a certain point. That the freeze, I travel a lot now. Should be 2 years ago, should be Finland more, Europe more, from there to Paris. You remember now, back in Yule. So not be say I don't stay South Africa for 4 years. I don't travel.
Where you
But
stay
I never
for? Where you
travel.
stay for SA?
I stay Pretoria, sunny side. I
Victoria
don't
not be a
travel. I
God. I waited that the phrase you talk now. I said the
you are
same.
not
No
I
getting
be
lived
my
me,
in
oh, wait there,
point.
Chris.
I lived in Bloomberg by the beach, Bermuda Street, Bloomberg.
Listen, when I say 4 years, make you know, say no be say I stayed there particularly for 4 years. Oh, but I stay in Gauteng. I've stayed in Auckland Park. I've stayed in Sandton. I've stayed in Sunnyside. I know what I'm saying, and I've traveled through
Sunnyside is
Cape Town,
Sunnyside
Durban.
now.
Eh?
No, Sunnyside is Victoria.
No,
Sorry.
you are not getting my point. What I'm trying to say in essence is, if you stay one particular environment for too long, you get used to. They say pikin whenever come up from papa house or farm. Now you go to say na papa farm, na him big pass.
Yes, totally
So I
agree.
know what I'm saying, sir.
But honestly speaking, you did Toronto.
There are people, sorry, sir. There are people in Accra, Ghana. I repeat, I quote, Accra, Ghana. They would not move. Nigerians, they will not want to go anywhere. They are okay there.
Absolutely.
It still boils down to how comfortable you are in the current environment you are. It doesn't boil down to location, sir. On an average, me and you in Canada, you know, say the percentage, we are talking of the percentage of people in the UK wanting to migrate to this place is higher. But there are
Now
still
they
people
don't
there who doesn't
know.
want to leave.
Now wetin person not know na big pass am. Because when
That's
people
what
come
I'm
over to
saying.
Canada, they make it seem and look like this is heaven. Just like that the face said a few minutes ago, he said there's no crime in Canada. It's because the media is regulated, because they won't put it out there. If you live there, you'll be surprised. But
Sabio say fraud there for Ghana. There are people doing legitimate business in Ghana. Oh. People say, Sabio, don't
that
start
the
again.
phrase, if I get the money when I define, if not be family, if I don't go to Naija. Honestly speaking, a few years ago, I met a bank manager, is then a bank manager who used to work at the Lekki branch. He moved here, started working in a call center. He regrets that move, but enough to tell anybody. You know why? Because he no want to embarrass himself. So they make him feel like, say, he did heaven. Kanana the best. But trust me, every move he regrets. My friend who just talked this afternoon used to work at Stanbic Bank as a cyber security officer. Every day they cry when I come up for Stanbic.
Can I
Every day.
answer
They
you?
say
Can I
Canada not the
answer you
best place.
something, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now let me rephrase. Let me put it in the proper. Let me put it this way again. I'm not putting it on a scale of 1 to 100, but you see, America, there are people. Hold on, oh, there are people. Even let me even go to Europe now. There are people in, let's say, that Romania now, that give them whatever you want. They are foreigners. They no one come up for that. Then they okay there. And there are people there still complaining, say things hard for you. So you will not tell me that every immigrant who is currently not in their hometown or home country are happy. Some are not happy, and some are very comfortable and saying, I don't want to live here.
Absolutely. But you know, just to crown what that the face said earlier on, do you know that 80% of the students schooling in Canada are not because they're not here because of school, but how they will get their papers. They're not they go school. Now paper they can't find. Come. Not the paper you can't find. You can't go school. See my younger one day, they tell them every day now. Say you not fit go school, don't let them go. Now because you just want to get PR or get passport. They're not going to school. They are all here because of papers. So now poverty now come out people, 80% of people in Canada are poverty.
But
They're not
Ma, I
because
can't
of
tell you, Ma, I can't tell you one thing. Ma, sorry, but this is the hard truth. Many they'll end up getting that papers, but they cannot even show workings, show success. Say, okay, see, I can be able to save $200 a
not
month.
do chop
So it's still,
parent they get
yeah.
$200.
So
But
it's
is there money there? There's no
wait,
money
it's still
there.
it still boils down to me. I will say it. Me, it's not about paper, and that's just the truth. It's about how good have you been able to make out of yourself. I know people who go spend 10 years, 5 years, say they won't get paper. Still, at the end of the no fit even boast of this is what I've been able to invest or make for myself. And people still they will not get the paper. If they tell you what they don't do back home or investment when they get, you go shock.
But you know, say for overseas, now who not get paper, they could do something back on sha. Because now if backpack with that, I back plan with that, if anything fall through, it gets somewhere to fall back to. That's just the honest truth. The first people who jump, when I came here, before I started making my money, I was already making money back home. Before I started making money here, the first thing I did was to try to invest back home, just in case, in all clear. The money when I take come here, I go get house, I reach house, I go get where I go stay to position things. There's no money in Canada. The tax here, it's low pay. You have to do 2 to 3 jobs to be able to get $200.
Somebody
more.
is asking you a question, sir. He
What's the
say
question?
Canada no good, yet you bring your younger one come.
My younger one came on his own accord. I didn't bring him. He came on his own accord.
I don't agree with
not
that.
me.
That is a below the belt tackle.
Now I want
He brought the younger
Ugonna
brother there
is
to
the
get
cool talker.
papers. Now,
Ugonna.
because they need
No, not
papers.
you.
See,
See,
that is a below the belt tag. That person who asked that question not get
okay,
sense.
let me correct that person. Let me answer the person's
is
question.
Yagu.
Let me answer his question. My cousin is here. My younger brother, my biological brother, is still in Nigeria, in Delta State, and has refused to leave Nigeria for years after he went back home. He works with the family, and he's not going nowhere. Last year, I did 6 admissions in UK for him for masters. He refused. I tried Canada. He refused because they get paid for where they work and they live fine. In their house like that, the face or somebody in their house with solar system they get 24 hours light. Enough he come out, you no one come out. If they drive lasers, what you want to do for you? Come buy a car on credit, buy house on mortgage. Before you go marry wife, if you and your wife say they pass each other for road before now go. I they drive past my wife, I go work for morning, my wife they come back from work. We they pass ourselves for road. Now we the parental leave, so now we get chance to do honey. so again, I hustle everybody can hustle for Canada. Not be where all get money they go. Whoever everybody get their opinion though. You know, it's whatever works for anyone. But if you don't establish
I appreciate you for being honest. Most people are not honest. That's the problem we have. Pop my money gone. If you're watching on TikTok, super chat, super stickers, and super likes.
The bottom.
That is
Hi, Daddy
a lot of people that are not honest are because they are in the situation of what you are saying. They are the same persons you are talking about. I got nothing to lose if I'm being honest, because why? If I go home or before I came, I've already started making my money. I still have a family business I can go back to. You know, so I know the fear. I get the security when I want if I did Naija.
Okay. Daddy Freeze, I want to say something. Bros, make I talk one thing.
Oh, yeah, talk.
Sure.
Anybody where fee save, let me start from student now. Anybody where fee save 7 to 9 million naira to pay school fees advance, compare another 2 point something million, which is over 10 million. Say in they travel go UK or Canada to go study, that person is comfortable in Nigeria. Daddy Freeze.
Some people sell
hold on.
everything they have, borrow money, travel, and then be paying the money back.
Okay, Daddy Freeze, do you know that there are people in Nigeria that will have 10 million, they will never be broke? They will live a very standard life in Nigeria.
Yes.
How?
What you talk? Say how?
How?
We get people who never see 1 million for their account before, and they are hardworking. If they see 10 million, they were able to set up a reasonable business and they will survive with it. They will never be broke.
But you know the phenomenon that
there are some people still, sorry to cut you off, sir, and there are some people still that will have 10 million within 1 month, you don't finish.
But you know, the more you earn, the more you up your lifestyle.
Brothers, can I buy my money gone? I just won. My money gone. Just popped my money gone. Very big shout out. I just won. Thank you for popping my money gone. I just won. Thank you for popping my money gun on TikTok. Guys, pop my money gun on TikTok. Super chat, super stickers, and super likes on YouTube. And come to Facebook. All of you, 499, I'll be 88 of you that are watching me live. Come to Facebook. Search for Daddy Freeze, Daddy. My Facebook page, the algorithm don't go down because I know they can't help me watch them. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Click on today's video, bottom left hand corner, you see how to buy my stars. If you are watching on YouTube, it's bottom right hand corner, you see a rectangle with dollar in the middle. click on it. That's how you buy super chats, super stickers, and super likes. Thank you for encouraging us to continue running the channel. Back to Wale King, aka Boda Wale, that always joins us live. What
That
is
is
your
freeze.
take on all the controversy?
Well, you see, I disagree that it is poverty that will make you Japa. There is
No,
a ton of
we are not
people.
saying poverty makes you Japa. We are saying poverty is what makes you choose Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Daddy, please, do you have problem with Canadians?
May
To
they
be
come buy
honest
my
with you,
money
Daddy
gone.
Freeze,
They're not they try.
Canada,
Daddy says, you
Canada
want to tell me what?
is a very meticulous country. It's not a lot of money out there, and it's expensive. I mean, I go to Canada frequently, but there's a big thing about living outside the shores of Nigeria. The guarantee for at least a safe life, you know, the safe life we're talking about is at an expense. Good education for your children, security for lives and property. But we have to be mindful of the fact that these countries weren't designed to make you rich. You're supposed to live, earn, pay bill. The kind of life you want to live would be dependent on how much effort you put in. Also, if you want to be wealthy, you're probably going to need to do extra. Be an inventor or a business person. So our people do have this mindset of, as soon as I get to abroad, I'm gonna be, rich, quickly build a big mansion, do all this wonderful stuff. No, the system was not designed to make you rich all of a sudden. And the system also does not, you can't just become rich overnight. There's no way. There is no way. Plus, do not forget that this same Canada you're talking about has a very meager economy. It's not like they are doing a whole lot like America. So we do not really expect too much in terms of, and the opportunity that made a lot of people actually relocate to Canada was on the basis of the fact that at least they can have access to global citizenship, which enables you to be able to live wherever or go wherever you want to. I think for a lot of people is that. Some, look, even if you're looking at Canada as not as all that, but well, it's still better than living in Lekki, Lagos. Because you can have all that big G-Wagon, the Rolls Royce and all that stuff. You're still gonna drive on that bad road. You are still very exposed to that, drunk driver doing 120 miles on a tiny road. You are still exposed to, a crazy cop that is gonna just get angry and open fire at you and nothing is gonna happen. We know there are hazards everywhere in the world, but all these things are boiling down to the fact that at least you're living in a sane society. So we have one major problem as African people. We think moving outside the shores is a guarantee for success in terms of money. Because I mean, success is very relative. You can be successful as an academician, you can be successful as a business guy, but not necessarily meaning that you would have all the money. At least you'll be able to take care of yourself. So upon getting to the abroad, and now you're faced with the reality of the fact that you have to work and pay bills. What this gentleman said about meeting his wife on the way, that's my life. But what can we do until help comes? For instance, family sometime, if I feel like I have to go out of country, we want to employ the services of a nanny. But look, by the time you have to take care of all of these things, you probably have nothing to save, and that's the way the system is. So if you want to make more, if you want to stash a lot of money, you must work extra hard. You must have multiple streams, which includes, and the system does not allow you to, maneuver like that. You can do certain things, depending on how much you are integrated in it. But the truth is that a lot of people look, people stay outside Nigeria, even as close as Cotonou and Ghana, just for a better life than the way it is out where we are from. You have a whole ton of, look, I was watching a video about soldier men talking about how they were, pinned down by insurgents. And this wasn't because they are not trained enough or they cannot take care of them, but because they were running out of, ammunitions or ammo. And look, this same money that is supposed to be dedicated for ammo and all these things, your people will take it, buy cars they cannot drive on the bad road they didn't fix. Health. Bro, people buy everywhere in the world. That not God thing. But not be say small things go they buy people. As it dey happen for Nigeria. And your people, they get access to this part of the world. Soon as small thing happen, boom, they don't carry their passport, they don't come out. So the normal common man self won't be able to get that life, even if say it will take him to go and work for it and earn it and whatever kind of sacrifices that needs to be made. And we do not need to expect like the world from Canada or any part of abroad you go to anyways, because they didn't design their system to make you rich overnight. You're supposed to live comfortably if you work hard. We have people that were born and raised here that are struggling seriously. You know why? Because they don't want to put in the effort. The system demands from them, or they want to rely on handouts from the government, like welfare support, which is that's the biggest fire of whatever kind of ambition you have in life. Some Africans too run into that nonsense. But mine is that if you want to come abroad, don't think you're coming to the home of money. You're coming to have a good life, which you're going to pay for. That's my take.
But like I said earlier on, Canada is really meant for the poor. When people back home hear that there's free education or free healthcare system in Canada, there's also free education in Nigeria. It's just the same thing. If you have a child going to a government school, you ain't going to pay no fee for them in Nigeria. Correct me if I'm wrong.
My brother,
I don't think.
you are completely detached from the reality of Nigeria. Let me tell you something. You're
Mhm.
talking about free education. I don't know how long ago you left Nigeria for. The government schools, teachers don't get paid for months. Nobody's interested in teaching your kids. They are in the staff room selling stuff. Now everybody has to put their kids in private schools that is costing them at least 2 million naira per term, as little as grade one, primary one. Now, so what is free about the education? You are not getting nothing. The free education we are talking about is the type that we did not. I didn't pay a dime
Wait,
to
sorry. When you say at least, are you talking on a minimum or on a maximum?
at least like the minimum you pay. I mean, from
No, now
where I
come on.
live in
There
Lagos.
are private school you can pay 300,000 per term, 400,000 per term in
50K.
Well,
Nigeria.
50K,
I
100K.
said that because I limited it to where I live and that I know of a ton of my friends. We surprisingly engage ourselves, and when they're talking, around September 8th time, right? I pity these folks talking about they have to come out of pocket with up to the tune of 3 million naira for two kids that are
So,
just barely in a kinder, what do you call it, grade one, primary one.
so would
Baba,
you
na
take
so
your
we dey
child
pay
to a
am.
government school or
My
a private
Okay,
son's
school
school
overseas?
fees like
eh,
1.5
so
million.
the man from Canada, sorry, Daddy Freeze. You see what? I don't want us to contradict ourselves. You see, no matter where your school district is in Canada or wherever you live, you can still be guaranteed of a free education with support of the parent that your kid will come out good. But how are you
No,
gonna risk putting your
no.
kid in a government school that they don't get nothing? They don't teach them nothing. The teachers are selling stuff in staff room because they don't get paid and they want to do PP. PP, for instance, let me tell you something, brother. In um Etiosa local government, there are about 5 secondary schools recently that their principals got sacked. recently, what do? They have the pupils go to the principal's house to do chores like cleaning, doing all these things, and you wonder in your head like, I thought my kids are in school trying to get some education, but they were just in somebody's backyard doing all that. What would you say that is? If that principal is serious minded and have something going for them and following the curriculum, I mean, what do you call it, the syllabus, would there be any time for all of that? But guess what? They don't give a damn because they don't really, that job is not paying them. They are there hoping that someday some part of it will come to them. The general lukewarm attitude of government workers because of the kind of pay they earn. So how
But
you gonna do
I
this?
personally, I wouldn't encourage government school for my child overseas or Nigeria. I would never be one to do that. I'm sorry, because it's still the same thing. If you go into the government school system overseas and compare to the private school system here, you would be baffled that there is big difference. And I'm not talking about Nigeria right now.
My
I'm talking
brother,
about the same
wait now.
Canada.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me take it one step at a time. Let's not
But you
compare
cannot
government
compare
school.
I agree.
Yeah,
Government school abroad, in any abroad, is better than government
don't
school
do
in
that.
Nigeria.
Let's not do that
Yes,
one.
but government school not government
Let me
school.
ask you a question.
But there are
What
some
kind
private
of
schools in Nigeria that are better than government schools abroad.
daddy freeze? Absolutely, absolutely. You have the AOs, you have
Day
the Lucky
waterman.
British. They're there. So the point is, if you're talking about, see, brother, when people, for instance, my friend, the medical doctor, the wife, which is my friend, my classmate, lawyer, moved the family to Canada about 3 years ago. And I looked at it like, back in the day, our profession, being a lawyer and a doctor, they are prestigious, professions that no matter what, you are going to be good. Now, why would they want to move, after many years? And also, let me tell you something. Anybody that has left Nigeria within the last, 5, 6 years is a kind of tough one. Because I would consider somebody who has been living here 10 years and over as somebody who deliberately moved. But because they are looking at the way